Right then, welcome back. And today we're doing this, the official Harley-Davidson tester. 5 events, 5 rounds, whatever we're going to call them. A time attack, a track day, a couple of races, and it's all on everyone's favourite brand of two-wheeled skip, the big old American iron Harley-Davidson. Now, we already have the bike because I went and bought it and it's a bit interesting. And to get Harley, the manufacturer affinity level 4, I had to ride round on a Harley race bike and do loads of races, which, yeah, was like waiting for Christmas to come when you are a small child. It seemed to take forever, but we got it in the end, and I forgot that Harleys don't like to stop. So on attempt number 1 at VIR, wherever we are, south, north, east, west, up, down, left, right, I thought it's slow, I'll leave the brake into the last minute, got on the brakes, and absolutely nothing happened. It just went straight on. So I gave it another go, and again into a tight corner, got on the brakes, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, table, chairs and drawers, we went straight on again. So the target is 1 minute 20 seconds exactly. I'm on the slowest motorcycle probably ever made, and well, I won't say it was fun, put it that way. And out of the last corner, it even got a little bit sideways. Yes, we broke traction, ladies and gentlemen. And we did it, well, we did it quite easy in the end. I will never do it again because it wasn't really very enjoyable. But target was 120, we did 116.8, so we had loads of time in the bag. And we move on to the next event. Now, I was a little bit concerned that it was basically ride a street rod and then ride the Harley live wire, and it was a bit samey. So UMC attempt number 1 in the dark, and the AI got very punchy, very, very punchy indeed. So I realised that the setup had not stayed in the bike from the previous time attack, and we had to do everything again, which again was a source of frustration for me. So we lined up again. It's a 5-lap race. It's incredibly dull, and I'm going to leave the whole thing on, and I'll see. I'm jesting, I'm not. I'm going to leave the first lap on, and then I will see you at the end. And we are done. And the front tyre was fearing for its life, trying to stop 13,000 kilotons of Harley-Davidson with a 2-pot sliding caliper. Yeah, it was struggling a little bit. But 2 done. 2 of 5, which I make 40%, if my maths is correct. On to the third one. And we are at Laguna Seca now. The XG 950 or 750 or whatever it was not the nicest thing in the world to ride. The live wire, surprisingly enough, is just as shit. I've ridden it a few times. There's a couple of events where we use electric bikes, and we're at Laguna Seca because I haven't done enough laps of Laguna Seca recently, have I? No, only the best part of 500 laps around here. Yeah, target 135.2, which is disgustingly slow. Yeah, let's see how we get on. And across the line, and well, we got gold. And I've only just noticed that he's wearing Harley-specific gear. My avatar in this game, which I might go and turn them settings off because it just makes it even worse. But we'll see. And whilst I was at Laguna Seca doing that time attack, and we're going to Road America in the dark now, and we're doing a track day, so we've got past loads of people. The bike makes a very specific noise. When it reaches the rev limiter, it makes a very, like, chirpy, cheepy, twittery something noise. We've got to get 15 passes, by the way, so I'm going to do a bit of nattering while this is on because, well, it's just it's a bit dull, isn't it? It's a bit like watching Magnolia paint dry. But there's the dashboard for anyone who's interested. Very simple, uncluttered, very straightforward. I'm sure it'll work just as well in the rain and cold as it does in 19-degree heat at Road America. But yeah, the bike makes a very specific noise when it hits the rev limiter, and I was trying to work out what it reminded me of, and it took a while. Now, I am of a certain age, I'm in my 40s, where computer consoles and computer games and computers in general weren't really the thing that everybody had when I was growing up. You got thrown outside to play in the mud and the rain and man up and get on with it. That was just how it was. If you didn't like it, you'd get a crack off your mum, and that was the end of that. But anyway, my mum and dad, way back when, had a Sinclair Spectrum ZX. Now, I appreciate there are many of you listening to this who are going, a what? A Sinclair what? Well, the man, Mr. Sinclair, I can't remember his first name, someone will remind me of it, I'm sure. He was a bit of a like kind of Elon Musky kind of guy of his day, and he came out with loads and loads of inventions, including the Sinclair C5, which was a portable mobility solution that was a bit shit, really. Probably ahead of its time, to be fair, because now everyone's riding around electric scooters and God knows what, so it would have fit right in. But anyway, coming back to my original point, when this hits the limiter, it sounds exactly the same as the Sinclair Spectrum ZX did when it was loading a game when I was laid in bed as a small boy, listening to my parents play computer games without me. Is there any worse form of torture for a young boy or young girl hearing their parents cross the technology void into the 1980s at warp speed, and you're sent to bed out of the way because they don't deem you worthy. Dear me, I shall never get over it, I'm afraid. But anyway, we're on 13 out of 15. There's a gaggle of bikes. We'll go past them, and then this one will be done. There you go, 15 of 15. What's that now? Is that 3 or is that 4? That is 4, isn't it? 1 left. It's going to be another 5-lapper. You know it is. It's going to be another 5-lap race. Yes, 80% done. Last one then, VIR North, which means the last one was at VIR South. So VIR North, 5-lapper in the rain. Now, electric bikes. Maximum torque from 0 RPM. Trait of electric engines, which means as soon as you crack the throttle, the bike, the motor, will give you maximum torque, which in wet weather, as we all know, is not necessarily a good idea. So, once I'd realised that the difficulty was still on very easy after my escapades at the Ulster GP circuit, which I still have nightmares about, we turned it back up to very hard, expecting some, well, stiff competition. And transmission absent, yes, very much like most Harley-Davidsons on the road, and it didn't turn out that way. Give me an electric motorbike and let me race against things that make about 60 horsepower. Probably a bit of an unfair advantage. But anyway, same as last time. First lap, little bit of the last lap. I'll see you at the end. And we're done. We're done. I am officially a Harley-Davidson tester, and we have completed all the events, and we've won. We've got 5 gold medals, and it's complete. And they're now going to gift me a bike that I can't sell, that I've already got one of, and I've spent loads of money on it, and I don't use it because I don't like it. But yeah, there you go. Another. I mean, look how clean it is. How long before there's big long streaks of orange ruining those downpipes, and engines and bolts are coming out because the engine vibrates like an old washing machine with a concrete block in the bottom. But anyway, I'm sorry, my love for Harley just doesn't exist. But it's done, it's finished, and we'll have a quick little look at where we are. One event left. One event. We've done 161 of 162 events. So I've got 3 endurance races left. I'm still going to do the other endurance races. I'm still going to set up some bits and bobs. But yeah, we're nearly there. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. You're all amazing. And fingers crossed, I will see you next time. Take care. Stay safe. Peace.